Welcome to the stream. We are back at the Mushroom Factory and I have expanded some of those fruit harvesting areas. There are no more artificial lands or artificial soils. And I still want to set this up so that it calculates when the agricultural towers are allowed to work. So I need to first figure out what I'm doing here and what I might not be doing soon. So I want to basically make all this chaos into some kind of order. Hello, pseudo-algorithmic. I have placed some radars so I can see these lower areas with the steam turbines. And some stuff is arriving here, getting burned, turned into steam. Oops. I should also place a radar down there and place more artificial soil. There's surely a little bit of space that I can still use there. So where did I produce this artificial soil? I guess right here. 340 and a bunch of spoilage. I guess I could take the spoilage out of there. Put it onto the belt. Eventually I want to organize the whole factory in a way that only spoilage and bioflux are going everywhere and nutrients are produced on site ideally. Not sure if I can do that. Maybe even having the raw fruits go around to certain places and only be turned into their products once those are needed. I guess I have a radar and I can just place the spoilage in here. I will see where I can get rid of some of the landfill. Maybe I will go more to the right or more to the left here. There's quite a big area that I can turn into usable land. I'm not sure yet where I want to expand to. Luckily this brownish area is very much without water, so I don't need to develop this land much. And I think this dark red area cannot yet be turned into farmland, only this purple-pink land. And also only this yellowish land can be turned into harvestable land for Yumako trees at the moment. I need to figure out when exactly I can produce the best kind of soil. Okay, this only needs the green science pack, so I could do that relatively soon. Not sure if I want to or need to, or how much I want to depend on Gleba for anything. Anything other than the necessary Gleba products. Anyway, I want to go down and place a radar. Just to know what's going on down here. And then I can place a bit more of that soil. It's fun that there are so many spots where I can place that. So now a lot more harvesting can happen. And I think even in this spot, if I use a different power pole, I need to check whether that's true. So there should be a fruit there soon. I guess it will be planted now, yes. So now there should be a little jelly stem growing behind the power pole. I wonder if I could maybe change this up slightly. And then I can have this read the belt contents. I can see the belt contents on the electric pole. It's over 400 jelly nuts. And I might turn on and off the agricultural tower based on how much fruit is on the belt. So enable if this fruit is less than 200 maybe. This might lead to a very steady flow of jelly fruits, jelly nuts. Not sure if it will, but I guess I will figure this out. And then it's also steady production of jelly. I wonder what's up with the... yeah, there's rocket fuel production. There's probably bioflux missing sometimes. Or it's just too slow. It's just one factory. Maybe I need more than one factory for that. I might even use the rocket fuel to power the steam turbines or the heat exchangers there. Or I guess it's the heating towers that produce the heat. Maybe I can get some kind of bus going. But I need to expand everything a bit more. I'll see how far I can get with this. Probably I can't do the way back, no. That's all I can do right now. But possibly I have produced more landfill by now. And it's still not the best way to just have the stuff just sitting here. Could even have another spoilage inserter. And and then that will take out the spoilage if it spoils before it arrives in this area. Anyway, there's so much to do. I guess I should work on more blue circuits. Maybe I wanted to eventually increase the iron or copper output. I don't know if that's currently necessary. Or maybe just I need more green circuit production. Can I just add more beacons with speed, maybe? Not sure if they will really help. Of course I need to power them with a normal power pole. Not sure how much that will increase the outputs. I would say it's definitely more, but I need to check, verify. Definitely, yeah, more than doubled the output of green circuits just by adding speed. And now I might copy the whole thing. And I get moved. I'm so moved by this. Having belts built under me. Anyway, I'm lacking some of those uncommon medium electric poles, but they are here. I should make this a passive provider chest so they can be built auto-magically. Can just steal some of them from for myself. The beacons are already built in a good way. Radars should also be put into such a chest. And then I need to find where I have more of those roboports, and yeah, I assume that I built this a bit badly. I guess I will have to do it this way then. Potentially I should make more roboports here. I don't know if I can just order them. That would be an option. I'm still not properly working with the request groups. Should order always some robots. I guess the construction bots are already ordered there. I could put them closer together. All of these robot-related items. Maybe I need to order more red chests as well. I guess they will be delivered eventually. Maybe the next iteration will have these factories not right there. I will, however, now let through some more green circuits, at least help-wise. Don't think I actually need them. Maybe I just need to add some speed beacons if I can find them. This is what happens if you don't go to Fulgora first. You have to meticulously build a lot of blue circuit factories. But also I have quite a lot of blue circuits now. I should maybe limit those chests and be happy with that. And the next thing to work on would be low density structures. It is interesting how each planet offers one of the rocket parts as a very easy, or at least one of the rocket parts as a very easy product. You can easily produce blue circuits on Fulgora, I guess, or just get them from recycling. You can make low density structures in the foundry on Vulcanus. And you can make rocket fuel out of jelly and bioflux, I guess, on Gleba. So this eventually has to be replaced. Wonder if I should do it now or later. I usually postpone things into infinity. Not good at doing the right thing right now. Did I collect more landfill? Maybe I need to fetch some more. I guess the robots are sending me some sometimes. Let's see. There's more landfill. I mean, not much, but... but here is also more landfill. So I can expand my water area where I had the idea of building more stuff. Eventually. Okay, still out of landfill again. Should put the jelly nuts into the processing before they spoil and do nothing for me. Okay, I want to see how this is doing now. This tree, I mean this agricultural tower is only working when the number of jelly nuts on the belt is low enough. So it will also not plant any seeds, if that is the case, but I guess it will at least try to finish placing some seeds. I hope it will never run out of jelly nuts completely, but it will be a more steady flow of jelly nuts. I wonder how far the 200 jelly nuts are going. Seem to be not many. Maybe they are just divided over a lot of belt space. I always see some jelly nuts, some pink stuff going through there. So it might be in certain intervals. And that is, I guess, quite good if it always works that steadily. Might even increase this number to 300. Not sure how much I can produce with this area to still keep it steady. And it's good that the inserter always just puts out the harvested stuff. I might even set spoiled priority to spoiled first, override stack size to 1, so it will only put out 1 per swing. That will make the output even more steady. And I need to think about electricity production again. This is now a big agraft, or I guess it's just called an agraft. There are some small agrafts here. They are, I guess, the default ones. Not sure how many eggs the big agraft will give me. But of course there will be no enemies. I was thinking about maybe limiting when this whole setup turns on based on accumulator charge. And I can set this to 550. So the carbon is let through because there might not be enough other kinds of spoilage and stuff coming through to always keep the temperature high enough to produce more steam. That might be one bottleneck for the energy production, and now you can see the accumulators are charging again. And the steam turbines had worked a bit more to charge those accumulators. And now apparently I don't need to charge them much more, or I don't need to produce that much more power. Hello Noya. Thank you for lurking with Kristen's interesting emote. I guess you are working and lurking. I need to look into my landfill production. Why isn't this doing anything? I guess the landfill's just moved somewhere? Where? Okay, to me, yeah. The robots are just delivering the landfill to me directly. I wonder if I could build more of these setups. I think I should and could. I guess those are configured for uncommon mining drills. Might even... no, not like this. Can I mirror? And wait, no. I need to change this slightly. And I have to downgrade. And then like that. I guess I have to super force build or downgrade them manually. I will have to build an upgrade planner where I have this kind of mining drill going to the lower quality mining drill. And then they will all be downgraded just so these things can still work. Is this correctly placed? I guess so. I'm kind of built in. I wonder how wrongly placed this is. Where's the correct grid? I think it should be this one. These ones should be correct. I want to check again. Should be correct there. And I did kill it again, accidentally, with my right middle finger, which is usually reserved for the state and Nazis. So now, a lot of landfill production. I guess I should not ever again run out of landfill. But also, I have a lot of robots sending individual pieces of landfill to me, which might be kind of inefficient. Anyway, I wanted to build such a steady flow of Yumako as well. Then I might not be overwhelmed with this amount of Yumako. Let's see. So this will be just a belt. have to put multiple measuring cables in, I think. And then I have to connect the cables together. Okay, I have to measure. So now this says 539 Yumako fruits, and there is still no proper connection to over there. Let's see how much I can connect, or how much I should connect. This. And that. Okay. Need to connect all these agricultural towers. Then I need to set probably the same or a very similar value to them. Okay, the value is still around 530. I guess I might stop at 400. Yumako lower than 400, or 420 is a nice number, I guess. It's interesting to see how these towers look when they are turned off. And it's good to see them not be turned off by a power failure, but by choice. I guess I still need more of the Yumako soil, which I'm producing right there. Quite a lot. I guess I might upgrade a lot more soil to that. If there is still soil to be upgraded, I will turn down the size of this. 3x3. I guess I shouldn't really care about wasting any of that, but it's good to still be careful with resources. I hope 3 of those towers and their surroundings are enough to deal with everything I have to deal with. And I will just again set spoiled first and override stack size to 1 for each of the output inserters. So now the fruit overall is going down. Not sure if that's a good thing. Maybe I'm using more fruit than I can put out. I have to check that eventually. But there seems to be a very steady flow of Yumako fruits coming in. How much is this using? 3.59 per second times 6 is about 14.4. I don't know how many inserter swings that would be. Maybe I need to increase the amount each inserter can carry. Maybe 4 items. So they will throw out 4 at a time. Which might empty the agricultural towers a bit more. And now you can see this number rising steadily. Probably up to 420. Or even higher. One thing I could do is also read the contents. And then the harvesting will not be done unless... Yeah, I mean, because it then also counts what is in these machines. Let's try that. Read contents as well. This will mean higher contents. Need to copy these settings. I guess the 90 seeds is coming from the agricultural towers, which have always 30 seeds in them. And maybe now I can even upgrade... Well, maybe not. Thought I could upgrade these areas, but they seem to be kind of broken. Might still do it anyway. Not sure if there is an additional space for that. It's fun to see the agricultural towers only move in little steps, because they are turned off quite often by the number of Yumako fruit being higher than 420. I might just stop doing this now. I want to see whether enough of the seeds could actually be burned in a different way. Maybe I will have a heating tower for the seeds in the places where I store them. 4 megajoules. What is that compared to wood? Wood is 2 megajoules, for instance. Those fruits are also 2 megajoules. I'll throw the fruits in here, or into these machines rather. I think if I add more beacons, I will use up the fruit faster, and this means the agricultural towers will work more often. The Yumako mesh is put into both directions, so there should still be enough space on the belts. I guess I wanted to start working on low density structures. They need the plastic. Need to check if the plastic is already going somewhere where it's useful. I need copper, plastic and steel. And I want to build somewhere where I'm not in the way of robopods. I guess somewhere around here might be nice. This is also a place where I need more landfill. Please mine these rocks. Okay. I guess my bots were kind of busy, and then these jobs were assigned to some base robots. I have loud neighbors again. I guess they're moving furniture or something. Seems like they rearrange their furniture every day. Anyway, I need to get more landfill. I need to throw the copper bacteria into some chests. Maybe I will have some input chests here for copper bacteria and copper ore. I have too many artificial Yumako soils. I'll just throw them back into that chest. Don't need the artificial soil at the moment. It's good that the soil doesn't spoil. Okay, let's get some more landfill, and then I will hopefully be able to build the low density structure factory. That's not very much. I hope it will be enough, or I might also just build it here, where I don't have to place so much landfill. Okay, maybe that will be good enough for potentially 8 or more low density structure factories. Thought about using a setup where I have beacons in between. A full row of beacons. Might need more speed modules for that. I also thought about getting more speed modules from Norvis, or better speed modules even. There still seem to be issues with blue circuits. I guess there will be Norvis music in a moment, which is rather meh. I wonder about where those fluid trains are. There is sulfuric acid there, but where are the fluid trains? I might look at the train menu and see. Not sure where I would find that out. Do I just have to add more fluid trains again? Might also have to add more non-fluid trains. Let's just try that. I might need the same kind of blueprint for fluid trains. Let's see if I can quickly remove these things and then add. Oh well. Add fluid wagons. But then I need to configure these trains to not go away. So I will remove those rails, because otherwise these trains might just run away with the wrong schedule. They are now pickup trains, and they shouldn't be. So change train group to fluid trains. And I still need to make a blueprint for them once they are all correctly configured. So, trains. Six new fluid trains. Create blueprint, and then I will put that into there as well. I will make nice icons. I guess I can copy icons from here. And then a 6. Now that's kind of well organized, I guess. And then I can reconnect all of this. The new rail building controls are rather finicky. Let's see how they all go away, hopefully. Wait, they are set to manual. I don't know if that makes the blueprint also kind of less useful. Oh no. The train left the wagon. It's kind of non-optimal. Well, I will just add another locomotive there then. And I have to find that one train with the... or without the fluid wagon. Let's see if I can find that. It might be a pump-up train. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I can easily spot the kind of train that it is. Empty? I don't know what empty means. The problem there is that I cannot see what the train is composed of. Oh, there. You can die. I hope I didn't kill the rails below it. Maybe that's just the fuel and the train. I did kill the rail below it. Well, maybe that will be fixed in a moment, and then I can actually get sulfuric acid to the blue circuit factories again, which is currently for some reason the bottleneck. Also, this train menu does use a different alt mode configuration. There we have blue circuits, we have some sulfuric acid. It's quite nice. Maybe it would be even nicer if this worked faster. Let me see if I can copy that whole thing. But it is already using a lot of green circuits there. Not sure if a second factory block would actually work. Might try to build just a half factory block first. And I have to somehow get more green circuits in there. I fear that these green circuits there would run out. Maybe I need more green circuit production as well. This needs to eventually be connected. I don't know if I will do that now. Might also make the red circuits go up. And then have some kind of thing like that. Okay, this can actually be removed. And then this can be like that. I don't know if the red circuits would then run through there also. This shall be the outputs. I need to be aware of that. That middle part is the outputs. Anyway, green stuff. I guess I can take from the belt that only puts in half green stuff. Like that. And then together on the blue with the red. Don't know if that's really the best way to configure this, but I will do this now. And then this is the other location. And then I will get the red underground belt. I think I might make this a proper belt to save undergrounds. I guess I do not have enough uncommon speed modules. Maybe I did, I don't know. At least this is working now. I could look at the green circuit production. Is this only one? Maybe it's only this one for now. I might copy the whole block and do it elsewhere as well. I will then need more iron plates and copper cables, of course. I want to see if any kind of copy is already somewhere. Probably not. I might build one here. Let's actually do that. Not sure how much new stuff has to be built for that. Let's see. 4 times 10, so that would be 40 more green circuit factories. All train based and all red belt based. I don't know if that's the most efficient way to do this. Probably not. The red, although the copper cables are used up before they can reach the last factories, so maybe eventually I need to replace this. Do this slightly differently. But not now. I want to be working on that now. I don't know why I went back, probably because of speed module 2s. And then I realized that I still need more blue circuits and I still need more green circuits for the blue circuits, and so on. Quite a lot of things it depends on. Low density structures now need to be built. Where are my productivity modules? I should have them delivered to me. I guess I was outside the Roboport range. Or what? No, that's the requests for the landing pad. But I don't have brought 2 requests here. I should have them. At least 50. And now I need to check for speed modules. Possibly also efficiency modules for the mining drills. Anyway, need to figure out how many and what kinds of inputs I need. Probably I will combine steel and plastic on the same belt. And then I will have output, low density structure there. Like that. I guess that should be all. I just need the connections now. Basically, probably that kind of copper can be stolen. And then steel and plastic. Plastic is here with the red circuits already. I guess this is where I can steal that. And then I need to steal some steel. Probably from there. And then we have the production of low density structures, finally. I might just copy the whole thing, not mirror it. And then I might place a few beacons in the middle to make this faster. Then I also need the inputs on the other side, of course. Just need more copper as well. Not sure if I can steal the other copper output as well. Probably I can. This is kind of really messed up. A lot of belts going everywhere. Not sure how to organize this more or less chaotically. Maybe I can somewhere balance those 2 belts. Those 2 copper belts. Now I need the outputs to go somewhere. For now into chests and later I will, of course, redirect the outputs of the chests to rocket silos. Where would I put my rockets? Thought about maybe having them up here. Or down here. There are multiple pathways I could take my factory into. Like everywhere where it's not red, purple or green, yellow. Like this area I could go onto this brownish stuff. But anyway, I should be constructing my first rocket silos here. Possibly just in a random assembler somewhere. I don't need ingredients to be... Well, I guess I could build it quite close to the landing pad. Then I can have the rocket parts delivered. Or the rocket silo parts rather. And I need quality modules, just in case I can get lucky. Do I have more concrete? Yes, I will just throw in the concrete manually. And that will be the first rocket silo. Oh, and I got an uncommon rocket silo, that's quite good. Quite random. I think I would like to go for this area. I would have to be careful where I place it exactly, because of course all the spoilable things need to eventually get to the rocket silos. And if it's too far away, they might already lose some freshness. And of course I need Roboport support. Okay, I guess the first rocket silo will just go in the middle somewhere between these robopods. And then I need to take care and put productivity modules in to not waste any rocket parts. Maybe even some beacons with... I guess it would be efficiency modules. I don't know if speed would help. First, efficiency is important to me. To not waste too many or too much power. So this is already... Oh yeah, the energy consumption is increased a lot by the productivity modules. can I build this? Yeah, maybe I will need to move this up a bit. But now the beacons already take up quite a lot of power. Maybe it's fine. I guess it would help if I had more rocket silos to support. But anyway, for now this is well enough. And I will have another belt coming in, possibly a red belt from the other side. Not sure though. Possibly also from there. Would have to figure out how this shall look when I have more rocket silos. Maybe I want more rocket silos right away. Might need to put more inputs there. Can I see this from here? I guess not quite. I have to move. And then add more stuff. Find concrete. Don't I have concretes? I have concrete and chest there. Now blue circuits and steel. I should have some of those, and I might as well move some stuff to there. And then put this blue circuits and low density structures on belts to transport them to the rocket. Anyway, yes, this just needs to go down, I guess, from here. Not sure if I ever need both of these ingredients together anywhere else. But I could also just add a splitter then. Don't have to do it now. Might have to make this come in from the right. There needs to be an inserter for the rocket fuel. Maybe I can do the science production down here somewhere. I guess this would be good. I am thinking of sending some rocket fuel also to the heating towers. So this will be rocket fuel. I guess the spoilage needs to get out in a different way. And this means we will soon have a rocket. things are being produced. Might soon have another rocket silo. And then I can eventually get off this planet and do some research and capture some biter nests. You know, there are quite a bunch of biter nests around the place. 3 there. I don't really like how they are so close to the rails. Might still work with those 6. Not sure about this one. This is quite difficult to handle probably. Is there any big amount of? Yes, there. Those are 8 biter nests that are not too close to the edges. What about the new green circuit factory up here? It seems to be working. Might have to add more trains into the network. So the depots are empty. The fluid depot has a few things. I guess some outputs or inputs, drop stations I mean, are, yeah, only 15 of 24 green circuit drops are busy. I guess I might just add more trains then. How do I do this again? I need blueprint. Then I need to find the fuel station. Oh, there's another fluid train that I first need to configure. You are a fluid train. Please go. Now I can paste another solid train blueprint. And they are going. I guess they are going to pick up stations, as they should. And once the last one is gone, I can just place 6 more of them. That's quite good. There will be more trains as well. I can look at the train menu. Yeah, pickup is getting fuller, probably, hopefully, soon. Maybe most of these trains are getting filled up quite quickly and then they can leave to their drop stations. Might even add 12 more. Hopefully this will help with the green circuit situation and blue circuit situation and everything that needs them. This is waiting for upgraded quality modules. There are quality module 1s in there. And here, this is waiting for blue circuits again. Do I need more blue circuit factories? This is already working a bit, at least. I wonder if I could ever make this hold more trains, but I would have to change the whole system. I think I could somehow do this, but basically have the rail go to the side here, merge with this rail, and have another rail offshoot go directly there. That would allow 3 trains to be waiting there, but maybe I don't actually need the waiting trains, maybe I just need to use up more stuff or upgrade the belts actually. Might try to upgrade the belts. Let's see. I need to be very careful not to do anything bad with the belt weaving. Okay. Upgrade. That should be good. So the belt weaving is in the factory, so I shouldn't do any tunnel upgrades directly in there. Also not this one. But I guess everything outside of that area can be upgraded. Maybe I don't need to upgrade the red circuit belts for now. I don't know how much that will help. I guess with the lab situation, I guess there was a big tag. Yeah, there are labs. There I have 2 train stations directly next to each other. So this is purple, this is yellow, and then they merge together. If there were any purple science packs. And I could also use such a design for something that needs quite a lot of green circuits, for instance. Or a lot of something, and then I have 2 trains in parallel delivering the same thing. Purple science production is going, it's just going very slowly. I might just want to upgrade this with more factories. I guess this will be built, and then all of those science packs, I don't know if they will assemble and be kept in the machines until the machine is full, because the belt is kind of not moving at the moment for obvious upgrading reasons. Let's see, back on Gleba I have 1 more finished rocket silo. I don't think I'm getting... oh yes, I'm getting steel automatically. So there will be more rocket silos. I might just limit this inserter to produce only a limited, or to only put out a limited amount of rocket silos. 2 more maybe. Easy to get stuck in these mining labyrinths. Oh, that's me. I was in the way. So I guess for now this kind of design would be good enough. There's already a rocket waiting. Theoretically, I could leave this planet and go somewhere else, but I think I would first want to make this planet look a little bit better, make it a little bit more safe so that it doesn't break if something unexpected happens. Even more efficiency, I might even add some speed. I guess efficiency modules 2 would also be great, and maybe efficiency 3, I could research that soon. I will check on Novice whether the import of agricultural science is already configured properly. So what's the problem here? I guess the middle part wouldn't be powered. And not enough productivity modules, that's weird. Are those not used? I might upgrade all productivity modules to uncommon productivity modules. I will use a different upgrade planner. Or at least 1,400 of them, since that's how many I have. So what about I upgrade all of this? It's just 128. 160 more. None there. Yes. And that. Maybe that should be good enough for now. Might even remove that. I don't know if I have anything anywhere. Oh, I'm actually having them in my inventory on Gleba if I remotely work on Novice with them. It is kind of unintuitive. I guess higher quality beacons would also have better effects and use less power. But I guess higher quality beacons I still have to wait until I go to Fulgora eventually. Which in this playthrough isn't planned until I have been to Volcanus as well. Which is kind of sad. But I have limited myself that way. Anyway, how about I produce the science pack down here now? Yeah, I need biochambers. Productivity modules. And I wanted to know if I could import the science packs on this spaceship. Or I guess let's use the planet icon if I can find it there. Exports. Agricultural science packs, maybe 1,000. I don't know how many I will produce. Or I might have custom minimum payload of 400. I guess I might also try to expect 2,000, but that's quite a lot for the first ever exports. And don't know if I want to export bioflux right away. I might start with that also. But it will be quite some time until I can make them, really. Need nutrients to go down here. Maybe I will have my first kind of nutrient production on site right here. Okay, they will also have productivity. Nutrients from bioflux and nutrients from spoilage. So this will be the cold start, basically, if I ran out of nutrients. If this ever stops working. What else? Like that. Two outputs, one input. This is for the nutrients. I should mark that. Or I guess I can always have this go in a loop. Might also try only to produce nutrients if it's necessary. I don't know how well I could design this with circuits. But I guess I will have to finish this in a moment. There's no power. Why is there no power in the accumulators? Something is going on. Can I maybe actually send some rocket fuel down here? There's not enough carbon coming in. And in that case, I would like to send rocket fuel down there. And I seem to have enough rocket fuel by now. Want to still have this quite space efficient. And then I notice that I need to turn a corner, right where the tree is. I will go around in a weird way. Okay. And I will basically give all but one this rocket fuel. And I will have to also configure this in a way. The belt will work if the temperature is too low. And only then will I send rocket fuel through, but the stuff coming in that is mostly spoilage will still have priority. I might add another one. Not sure if I should add more on this side. Output priority right. And then like that. I guess the temperature will go down a bit from adding more heating towers. And I guess it would be wise to have this kind of go in first. The carbon should be used up before the rocket fuel, even if it's less efficient. Theoretically, I think I might be able to produce rocket fuel from carbon via coal and coal liquefaction eventually. I hope that by now there is enough power production again. Yeah, the accumulators seem to be charged. So this problem is kind of fixed. Although now I hope I still produce enough rocket fuel. What's up with the jelly? I think there's still some jelly coming in, but is that not enough? Maybe I need to actually send more jelly through. So this number... Okay, I need this inserter to work with more stuff at a time. 12. I guess that's the highest it can be. I think I will leave you with this view now.